You are floating on a massive rock in infinite space. You're basically a chimpanzee with a big brain, and once upon a time, you were a sperm cell swimming around inside your dad's bollocks. So why on earth does it seem like everyone is unhappy? In my classes, on the street, in the media, everyone seems to be suffering. And yet we live in a world with the most comfort and opportunity that there has ever been. What is going on? Well, I think I've started to figure out an answer to that question. You are a human being. And that means that you have 3 fundamental human needs. You want to feel that your life is valuable, you want to be connected to other people, and you want to feel like your life has purpose. I know that because I'm a human being too. But there are 3 main things in this modern world that deprive us of these essential needs. And if you don't notice these 3 crucial mistakes that you could be making, you'll struggle to be happy just like everyone else. Joel, please tell me how I can avoid these mistakes. I've got my whole life ahead of me and I just don't want to spend it unhappy. Oh, by the way, this is Michael. He definitely isn't just me in a hat, that's a stupid proposition. But Michael is a prime example of a modern human who struggles being happy. And in this video, we're going to help him. But first, I need to ask you a question. What do you value in life? Or maybe a better question to consider is, are the things you value, the things you're told to value by society, or the things that you genuinely value yourself? Most people, including myself a lot of the time, are like Michael. We value things that we are told to value. We value material things. But Joel, why is that such a problem? What's so wrong with materialism? We can buy and use so much stuff. I mean, isn't that a good thing? I see your point, Michael, but the problem is our perception of value has been fundamentally changed, and it's not for the better. When you see someone driving a Lamborghini, let's say, you can search up how much that car costs and therefore have an idea of its value, but that method only works for material things that you can sell. You can't simply look up the value of things like a deep, meaningful conversation, or a hug, or laughter, or friendship, or achieving the thing that you set out to do that day. These things don't have numerical, quantitative value, but that doesn't mean that they aren't worth pursuing. In fact, it's often the things that don't have a numerical value that bring us the most happiness. Let's say you could have all the material possessions you could ever want, the car, the house, the clothes, the watch, whatever, right? But you could never see your friends and family again. Would you take up that deal? And no one in their right mind is saying yes to that. So clearly, the immaterial things like love and friendship and personal growth have a value that transcends any amount of money. It's a priceless value that is available and accessible to anyone, anywhere. I remember hearing Joe Rogan say that people often confuse things that are difficult to obtain with things that are valuable. The nice car, the flashy watch, the trips on the private jets, they might not be truly valuable. They might just be difficult to obtain. And that's really, really worth thinking about. Oh my God, that actually makes a lot of sense. Materialism distracts us from the things that are truly valuable and the things that make us truly happy, and therefore we think that we're fulfilling our need for a valuable life, and we actually aren't. Wow, Michael, you've really understood my point well, and I'm so pleased that it made sense to you, and I hope that... Hold on, what are you doing now? Oh, I'm on Instagram. I want to share with people on my story on why materialism is so bad. I want them to learn the lesson that you've just told me. Michael, put the phone down, please. In fact, technology and social media is the next point that we need to discuss. We need to talk about the fundamental human need for connection. Hold on. Social media is a way that we can connect more people than ever. Surely that's a good thing, right? Again, put your phone down. Let me explain. Jeez, okay. The rise of technology and social media has been absolutely amazing for humanity because you can access any information and talk to anyone across the entire world. However, social media and technology is a danger to humanity because you can access any information and talk to anyone across the world. And yes, you heard that right. Everything that makes technology useful can also make it harmful. Let me explain. As humans, we have an innate drive to socialize with others. Our capacity for socialization has laid the foundation for our societies across the entire world, right? The internet and social media seem like they can fulfill our need for connection, but they provide an insubstantial level of connection, just like using a plaster for a broken leg. And that is because our neurology and our nervous system is not adapted to using the internet. Our brain is so old that it doesn't know what a smartphone is. The reality is that often we use things like Instagram and dating apps when we are in our rooms alone. And that's not really good for us. Further to that, there is an unconscious expectation that we must show the highlight reel of our amazing life online, when the reality is, maybe we're miserable, and maybe things aren't going how we want them to. And also, seeing the highlight reels of the lives of others can make us dissatisfied with our own experience. We disdain the ways that we are feeling, and that can make things much worse. Comparison is the thief of joy. However, the reality is we aren't going to stop using social media or technology. That's just not going to happen. But what we need to do is recognize how it can hurt us. As soon as we become aware of the problem, it loses its power. We can't forget the connection in the real world and the online world are not the same thing. It sounds trivial, but it's not. Your brain is hungry for social stimuli in the real world, so don't let it starve. Okay, Joel, I've learned about the dangers of materialism and social media and technology, but what if I'm still not happy? Is this final point the one that I'm really looking for? Well, Michael, this is where the big twist of the video comes in. You don't actually want happiness. What you want is something completely different. Hold on. You've waffled about happiness for multiple minutes, you've titled the video like this, and then you're telling me that happiness isn't what I should be looking for anyway? This is ridiculous. You're wasting my time. You better explain quickly, otherwise I'm done. What I really mean is that happiness is not something you should aim for. It's way too elusive, and it's something that comes to you in the heat of the moment. What you want to aim for is to have a purpose, have meaning in your life. Right, okay, explain to me about purpose, but just make it quick. I can put it into 5 words. Make your life an adventure. When you play video games or watch a movie, what you're doing is virtually acting out or spectating an adventure going on. You have to become your own hero in your own life. Life isn't always going to be happy or comfortable. So aiming for happiness isn't going to get you through the tragedies that you will come across. You need a path towards something meaningful. And that means selecting the highest goal you think you could possibly attain, a goal that is bigger than you and a goal that puts good into this world. And you can make the pursuit of that goal the adventure of your life. When you wake up in the morning with that funk, that looming existential dread for the day ahead, you need something that means enough to you to get you through that. Something that will empower you to contend with the chaotic potential of that day and make something good of it. That's called purpose. And on that journey, you might just be lucky enough to come across some happiness. Here's another video about how psychology can improve your life. You can also sign up to my newsletter or my psychotherapy mindset service down in the description. But with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.